Good morning. Welcome to Shores Prepping. I'm your host, Greg. Well, did you ever notice Murphy's Law? It seems to be always in effect when you get your paycheck and say, okay, now we can buy groceries or, pay some extra bills or something. And if you have animals or pets, it's always at 3 o'clock in the morning on a Sunday morning when things go wrong. And it's always an emergency room visit and it costs you an arm and a leg. Well, that happened to us this morning. One of our dogs was acting weird in her bed, sleeping, and she just wouldn't be comfortable. She kept licking the sheets and the blankets on her bed and everything else. So finally, and she never does that, she snores right through the night. So turned on the light to find out what was going on, and there was blood all over. And we're like, what the hell happened there? So got her downstairs, washed her off, and right around one of her nipples, it was just gushing blood. And like, what's going on? So I got the gauze, and first thing I applied, and you should have this in your medical backup for human beings as well, is this right here. Blood clotting spray, because I didn't know how bad it actually was. So I sprayed this on there, and it slowed it down enough to where it was like you just cut your finger and it was clotting up. So once I saw it, it looked like there was a hole right by her nipple. And I'm like, what the hell? So it must have happened in the dark, at last call going out to potty. And it just wouldn't, that blood clotting was not making it stop completely. So the next thing I had on hand for animals, meaning dogs, is this dust powder. Wonder Dust, wound powder, Farnham. You can get this at Tractor Supply, and it is a blood clotting agent with antibacterial ingredients and stuff like that, and it seals the wound. If it's a small wound, obviously if it needs stitches, it's not going to work. So I put this on there, and you just shake it and it comes out like talc powder, grayish color. Put that on there and applied pressure, and I got it to pretty much almost stop again. So I took the pressure off, she got up, and it started leaking again. So I got to the next level of wound care, and that's this medicated, again from Tractor Supply, and you can see, and this is a cream. All right, this is a cream. You can see in there where I was using my finger, I got to clean that out, but it's a cream. Sorry if that's nasty to you, but it's like a paste. And you put it on the wounds, and again, it's for farm animals, horses, cattle, stuff like that, but it is safe for dogs. Antifungal, antibacterial, antiviral, insect barrier, and it forms a hard sheet. And I have used it on the other dogs that got tangled up in the barbed wire and had puncture wounds, and it worked beautifully. Well, I put that on there, and I got it down to where it was like you stuck your finger or your thumb with a thumbtack, that just a bleed would not stop. So I said, okay, I can't get this to stop. And we made the decision, or the wife made the decision for me, take her to the emergency 24-hour animal clinic, and let's go there. So once I made the trip, which was 45 minutes, the doctor looked at it instantly, and amazingly, and I didn't even tell him, he goes, did you happen to use blood clotting spray on this? And I said, yeah. And he goes, normally that would be all it took. However, she has a cyst right by her nipple and under the skin that burst, and he goes, that never would have stopped it. Nothing you applied on there would have stopped it other than removing the cyst and then stitches. So there goes the whole 2-week paycheck, and she is home now. We didn't get much sleep, but she is safe. But just as being prepared, have these things. Wonder Dust, this works. I've used it on our other dogs that come up with small wounds, puncture wounds, even a dog bite. This works really good at Tractor Supply. I think it's under $20. Blood clotting spray for small wounds, and I've used this on myself and on the dogs. It's safe for dogs. This is I don't know, like 15 bucks. eBay or Amazon, but I think I got them off of eBay. And then the medicated wound care, and all these can be used on people too. Medicated wound care cream. I like this one the best. You put it on there and you see I've used it, and I'm sorry for the ugly picture, but this works really good. This is probably the most expensive. Again, at Tractor Supply, I don't remember the price, but it's always good to have in your preps, not only for your animals, your dogs, your cats, your livestock, but for human beings as well. I put this on cuts when I, screwed up with a barbed wire or a knife or whatever, being in the woods, and I cut my hand. This works really good as well. So I just wanted to bring those to your attention. Murphy's Law strikes again. We're broke again, but our dog is safe. And hey, our dog is safe, and they're just chasing a chicken that got out. All right. Thank you for liking and subscribing. Erie Shores Prepping out.